American military presence in the Baltics has been reinforced in response to the Russian military exercises held on both sides of the Sawatki Gap in Kaliningrad and Belarus. With more than 40,000 military personnel involved, ships, tanks, planes, and helicopters, it's the biggest military exercise ever held in the region. Camp Hercus, the new permanent U.S. base in the region, is at the epicenter of tensions as U.S. and Russian military exercises are held simultaneously less than 20 miles away from each other.
The need for the permanent deployment of U.S. forces in Lithuania is more apparent than ever, and we are looking forward to continuing to take advantage of opportunities to enhance the interoperability of our forces, providing a credible deterrent against any potential aggression, and to operate more effectively should deterrence fail.
General Bennett, you are in charge of U.S. military operations in the region. Why are U.S. forces in such close proximity to the Russian exercise? Don't you fear this aggressive posture could lead to an escalation?
Last time I checked, Lithuania was a sovereign country. If it is their wish to host permanent U.S. forces on their soil, I don't see why Moscow should have a say in that. Now, if you excuse me, I have a military exercise to prepare.
Thank you, General Bennett.
Good morning, Commander. So, have you seen me on the news? Everyone's talking about this exercise. It's not every day you see such a display of power. Reminds me of Desert Storm in '91. Ah, the good old days. Anyway, Major Williams, how are the preparations coming along?
The men are ready, General. We can begin the exercise.
All right then, showtime.
Oh, one last thing, General. A special diplomatic envoy sent by Washington has demanded to meet you. Counselor Miller?
Of course it's Miller. No military demonstration in the world is complete without this vulture showing up. His stupid face is the last thing I want to see today. So let's go. We're on a schedule. Keeps calling and won't give me a break if I don't throw him a bone. Go pick him up at his hotel and take him for a tour, Commander. Show him around the base, do whatever you want, as long as you keep him out of my hair. And take Williams with you. No offense, but she's more talkative than you.
Well, Commander, I guess we're the bone then. Miller's hotel is on the way to the training area. Let's hope he's in a better mood than the General.
Humvee here. Roger. Moving to next waypoint.
There are units from all three Baltic states regrouped here. Lithuanian artillery, mechanized infantry from Latvia, as well as reservists in armored vehicles from Estonia. They have different equipment, different tactics, speak different languages. Creating an interoperable force in this region is a real headache.
Armored transport, ready. Already there.
Counselor Miller, I am Major Williams. It's a pleasure to have you with us. The commander and I will show you around on our way to the General. Please hop in.
Well, it's about time. Let's go. Take me to the training ground first. I need to make sure that our equipment is showcased in the best possible conditions.
The exercise is about to start, so you will be able to see for yourself. But I didn't know there was a show.
Troop transport, ready.
This whole exercise is for show, Major. A show of force for our potential
Copy.
enemies, but
Relocating.
also an arms fair for our partners.
I see. And which partners are we trying to impress today, Counselor?
Troop transport.
That's
standing by.
confidential. Just drive, Major.
Troop transport reporting in. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Pedal to the metal.
Are we there yet, Major?
Almost, sir.
Humvee standing by. Roger. We're on the move.
This is the artillery training ground, Counselor. Here our soldiers practice fire mission procedures. The commander will make a demonstration for you.
Well, let's see how much time it'll take you to hit all these targets, Commander.
Order ready. Send coordinates. Driver, move back. Artillery relocating. Driver, backwards.
Sir, the vehicles must be kept on the shooting platform for safety reasons.
Who needs support? Copy. Call for fire received.
Well, I don't have all day,
Order
Commander.
available, sir.
Will you manage to hit or target or not?
Roger. Call for fire received. Order. Ready to fire. Roger. Fire coordinates received.
Dispersion increases with distance. That's why more rounds are needed to hit targets located further away. Smart munitions don't have this problem. They are much more accurate and can correct their trajectory to hit a target designated by a laser.
Fire coordinates received. Solid copy. Fire mission received. Order ready, sir.
As you can see, our latest battlefield management interface enables extremely responsive fire missions.
It was I who sold that concept to Congress.
Moving there
Glad to
now.
see it works in practice, too.
Roger. We're
So
off the
how was
line.
your hotel, Counselor? I've heard it's quite fancy.
Apart from the fact that I was woken up every 20 minutes by helicopters passing right over my head, it was lovely. Hey, why is the radar of this Patriot turned off?
Air defense.
It's the standard
stand by.
procedure to keep the radar turned off by
Looking for
default,
contacts.
to keep the unit mobile and avoid destruction by anti-radiation missiles. They can still use their backup tracking systems to target aircraft, but in this mode, their detection and engagement range are limited.
Then switch this radar on, Commander. Let's see how far target practice drones can be detected and engaged. Wow, the range of these missiles is impressive.
The efficiency of the radar depends on the altitude of the target. Low-flying aircraft are harder to detect, and helicopters cannot be targeted at all as they fly below the minimum detection altitude of the radar. That's why short-range air defense, SHORAD, is needed to complement long-range surface-to-air missiles.
Air defense at your disposal, sir.
A fine demonstration of our firepower, Commander. The message is clear. No country equipped with our anti-aircraft systems
Someone
need
after a
worry
ride?
about its airspace being violated.
Roger. Moving out. Moving there now.
Can you step on the gas a bit? We're crawling.
Sorry, sir. There are strict speed regulations on the base.
Yeah, of course there are.
This is the tank firing range. A platoon of M1A2 Abrams is ready for the demonstration.
Heavy armor is ready to rumble.
Tank armor is much stronger on the front than on the sides. The training of our crews consists in maneuvering to engage the enemy from the flank, while minimizing the exposure of their own flanks. Tanks carry different types of rounds. Explosive rounds to engage infantry and lightly armored vehicles, and armor-piercing rounds to deal with highly armored targets. Explosive rounds are equally effective at any distance, but the penetration of armor-piercing rounds increases the closer you get to the target. You should move closer to the targets to demonstrate the increased penetrating power of the kinetic ammunition, Commander.
Heavy armor is on the field. M1 Abrams ready for action. Heavy cav is on the field.
Very well. Now, can you send as many targets as possible?
Heavy cavalry
Let's see
ready
what a
for action.
Soviet invasion of Europe would have looked like.
Armor moving out. Heavy cav ready to rumble.
Our tanks benefit from good reverse speed, which is not the case with Russian-designed tanks. This allows us to move backward to avoid being overrun, while maintaining our powerful frontal armor facing the enemy. Well, this is it. 70 tons of American diplomacy.
You mean 70 tons of a diplomatic nightmare? I had explained to the Lithuanian government why they needed to reinforce all their road bridges from here to Poland to support their weight.
Sure, but when they arrive, nothing stands in their way. And how was your flight, Counselor?
Completely unremarkable. You know, I spent half my life in the air, so the only surprises would be finding snakes on the plane, flying the thing myself, or reaching my 60s without getting cancer.
This is the ATGM shooting ground. It stands for Anti-Tank Guided Missiles. They travel slower than tank rounds, but have a greater range.
ATGM carrier,
Their use is
standing
therefore
by.
preferable when the line of sight is unobstructed.
Yeah, I know that. Send the targets. Let's see that in practice.
In absence of a specific command, the gunners communicate their targets to each other. If a missile is already in flight, the other gunner will give priority to another target. That way, no missiles are wasted.
It's a pleasant surprise to see I'm not the only one worrying about the taxpayers' money here.
The range of the missiles can be superior to the detection range of the unit, so they generally work alongside recon units.
Armored transport.
The
standing
gunners are
by.
trained to switch targets mid-flight if the initial target disappears or if instructed to do so. This is particularly useful, as the long flight time of the missile can give time to the enemy to take cover or activate their smoke dischargers.
I hope you use the old TOW 2A for this demonstration. The new Top Attack TOW 2B costs twice as much, so using them against anything other than a tank is a waste of resources.
Don't worry, sir. We use special training ammunition,
awaiting orders.
both cheaper and less hazardous than regular ammo during exercises.
Roger. Moving to next waypoint.
Helicopters are impressive machines. Boy, are they noisy.
Our pilots are ready to take off. Do you want to hop in for a ride, Counselor?
Certainly. It'll be a nice change from those little private helicopters that fly like cabs.
Cargo helicopters can transport troops and supplies, but also vehicles as long as their weight allows it. One of our vehicles broke down during a maneuver exercise. Let's go and recover it with our helicopter.
Chin up. Call my helo bat again.
The hooks are in place. Now let's drop it off at the repair station.
Cut the rope. We unload here.
Personal carrier ready.
Chinook here.
Someone asked for a ride?
New flight plan received. ready. Flying there now. Drop zone coordinates received. The vehicle has been unloaded. The mechanics will get it back in working order. How about a little target practice now, Counselor? Get behind one of the machine guns, and we'll put you in range of some targets to shoot at.
But I have never fired a machine gun before.
Don't worry, it's very simple, and I'll be here to help. Updated.
Here we go! Bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Come on, get some! Woo! Yeah! Get some! Get some! Yeah!
Pretty impressive for someone who's never shot before. Heading there now.
That must be a natural.
All the targets are down. Let's head back to the helipad.
I've not had that much fun in a long time. You sure know how to entertain, Major. You should come work with me. With you by my side, getting those contracts signed would be a breeze. Plus, you wouldn't have to work with this grumpy old man anymore.
Thank you for the offer. At the moment, I'm tied to my current assignment.
I see. Well, think about it.
Armored transport, standing by. Roger, moving out.
By the way, Counselor, where do you and the General know each other from?
We were friends once. Good friends, actually.
Oh, and what happened?
Can we just not have this conversation, please? When do we get there? What's going on here?
Some of our vehicles broke down, apparently. Thanks to the diagnostic system integrated into our vehicles, we can easily identify which part is damaged.
We cannot let that happen. Not today.
Don't worry, sir. We have the necessary supplies to repair them. The commander will call a cargo truck from the support group and make sure they bring a big load of supplies with them. As soon as the supplies are unloaded next to the vehicles, the crew will handle the repairs automatically.
Logi here, send traffic. Unloading!
The vehicles are now fully operational again.
Perfect. Now let's move on.
Humvee ready. Pedal to the metal.
I see nothing happening here. What's going on?
It's a good sign, sir. Our troops are exercising their camouflage skills here. They try to reach the target area undetected by staying away from the hostile patrols, staying in cover as much as possible, and sprinting to move across open areas faster. Recon units are specially trained and equipped to remain as discreet as possible. They have a reduced visual, thermal, and electronic signature that makes them harder to detect.
Electronic signature? So they refrain from posting geolocalized selfies during the mission? Impressive.
Moving silent. Copy. Infiltrating. Move, move, move. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast.
quietly. Give me a target. Infiltration underway. Snipers, standing by. Sneaking in. Go, go, go! Sniper team, standing by. Copy. We're moving in silence. Infiltrating. Copy. We're moving in silence. Moving quietly. Snipers ready. On the double.
Well, well. Looks like we have hide-and-seek champions.
Armored transport reporting in. Good copy. Next waypoint received.
Was Bennett's staff your first assignment, Commander? What about you, Major?
Yes, sir. It's been 5 years now.
Well, you didn't draw the winning ticket with him as CO. He was sidelined a long time ago, and you won't be able to advance your career if you stay attached to that sinking ship. What's being built here?
Nothing. This is the close-quarter training area. Infantrymen use these buildings to simulate urban combat. The rules are simple. We try to capture their sector, and they try to capture ours.
Sounds good. Let's see what you're made of, Commander.
Our troops are ready to be called as reinforcements, Commander.
Copy. Relocating. Roger. We're on the move.
Infantry weapons have varying ranges and efficiencies. Long-range support weapons usually require the unit to be static, while short-range assault weapons can be fired on the move. Assault weapons are also more effective once in range, and can be used to breach buildings held by enemy units.
Move your asses, maggots! Weapons team standing by. Your eyes and ears, sir. I love big guns.
Vehicles can provide excellent fire support, but are vulnerable to infantry anti-tank
Ready
rockets.
for action.
They
Good
must
copy.
therefore be kept
Next
out of their
waypoint
range
received.
as much as
Weapons
possible.
team ready. Weapons team at your orders.
units are under fire or take damage, their stress level increases, which makes them less efficient.
Rangers here!
There are 2 levels of stress expressed by a blinking orange or red color on their label.
Shut your crumb catcher and move
When a
out!
unit is low on ammo or heavily damaged, it's preferable to send it back to base rather than abandoning it to its fate. Units sent back to base become available again sooner, and you'll receive a bonus of requisition points proportional to their condition.
Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Moving there now. Striker, ready for action! All walking sandbags! Jump out! Rangers, ready for combat! I want a base of fire in that building! Recon vehicle, send traffic, over. Weapons team ready. Hooah! Establish a base of fire in that building. Troop transport ready. Troop transport standing by. Lobbing smoke. Passes out. Get in that building. Someone call for a cab? Hooah! Reconnaissance, ready for action. 75th, at your orders. Heavy weapons here. Get your asses in that building! Moving out. Personal carrier ready. Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Already there. Roger, moving the next waypoint. Rangers lead the way! Surrender is not a Ranger word! Get in that building! Set up a base of fire! We have a building to secure! Armored transport, ready! All asses dismount! Check that building! 75th Ranger, at your command! Someone asked for a ride? Striker awaiting orders. You'd be blind without us. Rangers, ready for action. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Need some heavy firepower? Striker ready for combat. Moving there now. Striker at your command, sir. Reconnaissance is good to go. Moving out. Rock up! We're moving! You like big guns too? gas! We're moving! Weapons team here. Copy. We take that building. Weapons team at your command, sir. Squad, move out! Rangers at your command, sir.
Recon vehicle is good to go. Recon vehicle standing by.
Weapons team standing by. Ass up and let's get out of here! You like big guns too?
Striker standing by. Metal to the metal. Striker here. We're under fire. Recon vehicle here. We're taking fire.
At your order.
Striker in combat. Say your orders. Striker in combat. Awaiting command. Armored transport engaged in combat.
Rangers in combat. Say your orders. Heavy weapons ready. Rangers lead the way. Rangers ready for combat. Rangers ready for action.
Recon vehicle ready. Copy. Relocating. Transport engaged in combat. Get out in 10 seconds. Not 10 fucking minutes. Pedal to the metal.
Roger, attacking the enemy! Heavy weapons here. Shut up and let's go! Rangers standing by. Get in that building! Set up a base of fire! Weapons team here. Rangers lead the way!
Troop transport reporting in. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Recon vehicle made contact with the enemy.
Weapons team engaged! What I need suppressive fire over here!
Recon vehicle. Send traffic. Over.
I love big guns! Regroup and move up! Rangers here, we're engaged!
Roger. We're on the move. Roger. Moving out. Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Copy. Relocating. Moving out.
Well, that was a good show, Commander. But it demonstrates one thing. Our allies are not ready at all to defend themselves. Had it been the Russians in front of them today, they would have been slaughtered.
Failure is part of training, sir. They're only reservists. They will continue to drill.
Humvee reporting
That's all well and good, but I'm not here for these trifles. I've got a major fighter jet contract to attend to. So here's the real showstopper. I want you to demonstrate its air-to-ground and air-to-air capabilities for our guests.
Take a seat, Miller. I'm in charge here. Planes must work in coordination with recon to target enemy ground units. The recon detects and identifies the target while the plane maneuvers to attack it.
Thunderbolt, ready to attack. CAS is on the way.
Always gives me chills. It reminds me of, well, whatever. Send the plane back to base before it runs out of fuel.
Copy, bugging out.
Now call in a Harrier to make a bombing run.
Oh, great. Another old crate.
Proceeding as frag. Jump jet ready. Bomb run confirmed. Strike complete.
Send the plane back to base before it runs out of fuel.
Back to home plate.
All right, Commander, send in the F-15EX now.
Finally.
This plane is equipped with a laser designation pod and smart bombs. You mark the target with the pod, and the bombs will correct their trajectory to hit with pinpoint accuracy.
Airstrike is go for effect.
You see, making gun runs and guiding missiles is outdated. Now, you drop a bomb from as far as you can and you let it do the job for you.
Well, let's try again with a moving target this time, and you'll see that a human is still needed to predict the target's trajectory. The target is still standing, Commander. Don't make us look like fools. We're here to demonstrate the capabilities of this plane, not your lack of competence. When you take one of these bombs on the face like that, the coffin they send back home doesn't weigh much. Believe me. Send in the second F-15, Commander. This time to demonstrate its air-to-air capabilities against drones.
We have potential buyers for dozens of these planes, so make sure these drones are shot down nice and clean, Commander.
Remind me, Miller, are we here to defend these people or to sell them weapons?
Selling them weapons means they can defend themselves. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. I just make sure they buy from the right bait and tackle shop.
Drone destroyed. Proceed to next target.
Eagle here. Eagle standing by.
Second target destroyed.
Three out of 3.
There's one more
Eagle
drone,
down.
Commander. Finish it. Great job, Commander. If we don't land a contract for a few jets after that, I'll be damned.
General, we've got a problem. I've asked confirmation from the airbase, and they sent 3 drones as planned, not 4.
Oh, shit. Don't tell me we scratched some civvies who can't read a map.
No, sir. The radar signature was definitely that of a UAV.
Well, in any case, that means trouble.